My name's Eva Lloyd and I'll be the convener for the course this year. Today in our online lecture, what we're going to be running through are some of the basic principles of the course. We'll be following those up in the face-to-face lecture in week 1. Interior Architecture Practice Studio 2 is about articulation. You will be developing skills in the ability to articulate or to form and express an idea, as well as the ability to articulate or form and express a space. Breaking this down a little further, there are some key hard skills that you'll learn in this course. The first is how to develop a design idea. This is something that you touched on in semester 1 with Eva Durakovic, and it's something that we'll look at a little bit more in detail in this semester. So this is really examining methods for research and making as ways to generate design ideas. Leading on from that, we'll be learning how to create and manipulate space. Again, this is something that you were introduced to in semester 1 with Eva, and it's something that we'll take a look at in a little more detail and with a little more sophistication in this semester. Finally, you'll be looking at how to communicate spatial ideas. And again, this is something that you looked at in semester 1 and a principle that we'll explore in a little bit more detail in this semester. Communication covers both visual communication and verbal communication. And visual communication looks at both analog techniques, so techniques that use your hand, and at digital techniques. These hard skills refer to the course learning outcomes. So again, the course learning outcomes split into 2 parts, design and communications. In doing some of the projects of the course, you'll also be introduced to some soft skills. Soft skills refer to skills that might transfer across disciplines and that don't relate specifically to interior architecture. Some of these soft skills will be learning to think critically, and this relates to research and investigation, to innovate, so to create new ideas, to have social impact, to work in a group, as well as the ability to work independently. These are key skills that industry looks for when you graduate. These skills really refer to both the BIA and UNSW graduate capabilities. There are a number of key teaching strategies that we use in this course, and again these are similar to those that you were introduced to in semester 1. In this course, what we'll be using for teaching and learning are lectures, and like you're seeing here, some of the lectures will be online and some of the lectures will be face-to-face. Face-to-face lectures will focus on course themes. Online lectures will focus on briefing for assessments and on weekly feedback on student work. Studio is the core part of this course. Studio environments are used for in-class workshops, pin-up and discussion with your group, and for peer demonstrator workshops. And in future slides, I'll go through that in a little bit more detail. There are a number of online strategies that we'll also use as resources. Moodle will be used for questions and answers, for links to relevant texts and precedents that will help with your research for your design ideas. There will be a media gallery on Moodle, which will showcase student work as a way of reflecting upon your own work and sharing your work with your peers. You'll be doing self-reflections to assess where you think you're at, and there will be software training through Archistar Academy. Feedback will be given in a number of ways. It will come from your tutor, from the course convener, from your peers, and from yourself through reflection. Feedback can be formal and it can also be informal. It can come from feedback sheets, it can come from chats in class, it can come from Moodle posts in the forum, and it can also come from lectures where I give a rundown on what worked and what didn't for each assessment and each week. So what is Studio? Well, I guess you guys have had a little taste of Studio in semester 1, and in semester 2 it'll work in a very similar way. For me, it's really important to think of Studio as a very loose and creative workshop space. Studio to me should be about generating and discussing ideas, creating mess and not being worried about it, making and experimenting, talking with your peers and your tutor and the convener, sharing ideas and collaborating, and questioning. A typical Studio class will work as follows. We will start the class with a recap of what we've been doing in the week that's passed and what we will be doing in the current class. We'll then spend the next few hours working through an in-class exercise, and these will focus on drawing or model making tasks that are linked to your assessments. At the end of the workshop, we'll either lay out or pin up our work, and we'll have an informal discussion about it as a group. The last part of the class will be a wrap-up of what we've done and a reflection on how we might move forward in the week to come. As a 6-unit of credit course, there's a certain amount of face-to-face and out-of-class work required. So in this course, the breakup is that lectures are 1.5 hours a week, and these will be both face-to-face and online. Our face-to-face studio time is 4 hours a week, and associated with these is 10 hours of out-of-class work per week. Your Moodle page will outline the tasks that you're required to do out of class each week. So, students always ask, what do I need to do to be successful in this class? There are lots of things for that, and I'm sure you will have gathered some of those from semester 1. The basics are, you need to come to class. You need to bring the equipment that you're asked to bring on Moodle. You need to read the course outline and all of the course documents and stay up to date from week to week. You need to do the work that you're required to do at home on Moodle. You need to participate and complete the in-class exercises in class. You need to research a lot and make a lot and be free and expansive with this. You need to get out into the world and look what's going on and draw inspiration from this. You need to ask us questions and participate in discussion. We'd love to hear what you have to say. We'd like it if you challenge us. We really encourage kind of active participation and critical discussion in class. We ask you to read the assessment criteria and really target your projects towards that assessment criteria. And we ask you to figure out what works for you. What do you do well? Finally, we ask you to enjoy yourself. This course is designed to be challenging, but also designed to be fun and engaging. And we ask you to accept that sometimes things don't click straight away. For me, it definitely took some years, and even after graduating, to go, oh, so that's what my lecturer was talking about in first year. So it's okay for that to happen, and you kind of have to roll with the process and let that happen. I very much look forward to meeting you in class, and I'd ask you to watch the final 2 online lectures regarding the course project and the people of the course. Thank you.